Motorhead Garage, the program that each week introduces you to and shows you how to install the latest in exciting and innovative products for your vehicle. Motorhead Garage is presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now here's your host, Dave Dobson.
This is Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. You know, automotive detailing products are everywhere, but they're not all the same. Let's take MaxShine USA, for instance. You guys have a specialty, Casey. What is it?
So we have quality, affordable detailing products that cover from A to Z. We have over 400 detailing products that really enable DIY to the professional to protect and coat any vehicle out there.
And you really aim at the affordability aspect of things.
Yes, yes. So it enables somebody to grow and scale, whether they're starting out in the garage at home with out of a bucket and a wash mitt, and work their way to polishers and all the way on up into ceramic coating vehicles.
And you told me earlier, you can really start a detailing business with a bucket and a wash mitt. But if you want to really start to get into detailing, it's a process.
Correct, yes.
How does that process work?
So the process, you'll start out with your wash. Then you'll decontaminate the surface. After you decontaminate, you're drying the vehicle. Once the vehicle's dry, you're able to polish and then finalize with the protect. When you're doing those 4 simple stages, you can choose different pieces of the puzzle, and we have all of them available.
And let's talk about the wash process first, because that's the first thing. What do you have in that line here from MaxShine?
To make it very simple on a customer, again, we start out without a bucket and a wash pad. Nice soft microfiber pads where you don't mar or scratch the surface. Then you work your way into having foam cannons, whether you're utilizing a garden hose for a lower pressure system, or if you have a pressure washer, you can work your way up with a pressure washer and a snow foam cannon.
What does a foam cannon do for you, for the folks that aren't familiar with them?
So with a specialized soap, it allows you to glide and foam the surface of a car so it has extra lubricity, so it's very easy to clean the surface without chances of scratching with any of the cleaning devices.
So you're not taking it out of a bucket which might have grit on it and all that stuff.
Correct. So you're able to apply on it. Also, it's something that helps pull the dirt off of the surface to where as you're cleaning it, it's encapsulated in the soap itself. So you have more foam and soap on the surface compared to a typical bucket.
Gotcha. So that's the wash process.
Yes.
So what's next?
So then you're going to go through and decontaminate. When you're looking at decontaminating, you would be able to utilize a process with the clay. So you're actually exfoliating the top coat surface of your clear. So with your traditional clay bars and that of a clay lube, or if you'd like to make it easy on yourself, you also have the ability to utilize wash and then clay with a nano style clay finish. Both these will actually take the small dirt particles out of the clear coat off the top finish to where now you have a very clean, smooth surface.
How do you know you need the clay bar?
The easiest route is especially your hood, roof, or trunk, any top surface that is going to be getting your industrial fallout. Any contaminants from the air would land on the top surfaces. So just rubbing the back of your hand on the top of your vehicle or the hood, your car should be pretty smooth. If you feel grittiness, this will help exfoliate and draw that out. So now the materials that you felt on there will be trapped in these products to where when you get to the next process of drying, it's very smooth and easy to get through.
Gotcha. And so you mentioned that drying is next?
Drying, you have different methods. On our side, what works very well, we have a large towel which gives you the ability to dry a very large surface fast. Flop it on the surface, drag it off. And then moving into a blow dryer, this gives you the ability to take the surface that you dried with a towel and get to the intricate details, your grill, your emblems, your mirrors that seem to cry all the time.
Every time?
Yes, so this will actually blow out through all those cracks and crevices to give you a completely dry surface to move you through into the polishing area.
Gotcha. And the blow dryer is something that I haven't seen and folks may not be familiar with.
It's a tool to add to your arsenal that gives you the flexibility, but also to easily get through a vehicle a lot faster because you're not chasing those extra drips that seem to come out of nowhere and cause headache when you're trying to finish the vehicle. If you're polishing it, or even if you're just going to do a spray application at the end, you don't want to have water on the surface, which can cut your chemicals.
Makes sense. And once you're done drying, you're on to polishing.
Correct. So in our phases here for polishing, we're highlighting M8S here, which has a 5-inch backing plate. So polishing will give you the ability to now take your clean, smooth surface and bring it to a high luster. So you're able to get the vehicle itself and polish up the finish. Get any of the small micro marring or swirls when the sun hits it and you see the light dispersed. Those are very fine scratches. The machine's able to go in with a complementing polish and actually smooth out the entire surface of the vehicle. Different machines for different applications. A 5-inch backing plate, this one right here covers a larger area. And then we have a cordless version, which is great for around your grills, your lower valance, and your mirrors, the smaller areas. So both of these products right here help you move through into polishing.
And once you've polished, then you want to keep your car looking that way, so you're onto the protection stage.
Yes, and for protection, we offer different elements. What I have here today is our mist product. We also do make that of ceramic coatings and other solutions. When it comes to the mist, this gives you the ability to protect your surface and add that shine and luster to the finish of the vehicle that draws the crowds. If you're going to cruise night, you're going out to any sort of event, the mist is something that you can easily spray on and wipe off with a microfiber cloth and add that luster and protection to the car.
I love it, and you guys thought of everything here at Max Shine, and you guys are big in the storage racks too. You didn't bring a lot of them with you, but I know if you see a lot of the detailing vans out there, I noticed the Max Shine logo on a lot of their storage racks. They're using your stuff.
So yeah, no, it's a phenomenal product. It gives the mobile and your garage setup. It's something to where you can be easily organized and have muscle memory to know where your product is so you're more efficient.
Whether you're just doing your own vehicle or you actually want to start a detailing business, MaxShineUSA.com is the place to go for everything you need. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Keep it right here.
Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. BrothersTrucks.com, your #1 source for 1947 to 87 Chevy and GMC truck restoration. Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. Morphlate, multi-tire inflation and deflation kits. And by NH Oil Undercoating, the official oil-based rust prevention system.
We've all needed to secure something to a rooftop or maybe a rack or the back of a pickup truck. And until now, the only option has been regular ratchet straps. And look, let's face it, we know traditional ratchet straps stink. They are terrible. First of all, they're a nightmare to store. They get all tangled and twisted, and they're just about impossible to separate once you get them in a big pile. And just try to find two halves that work together, or even two of the same size. It's a complete mess and a waste of time. Once you manage to get them untangled, you have to figure out how to use them in the first place. Invariably, the straps get twisted inside the cam and they jam up completely. And by the time you have them figured out, you've wasted another 20 minutes of your life you wish you could get back. But you don't have to worry about any of that anymore because Strapino is here. Strapino is short for strapping, along with innovation, and boy, is it innovative. It's a complete revolution, in fact. Strapino straps are the ultimate tie-down straps for any kind of cargo. Here is how Strapino straps work. The ratchet straps automatically unspool without tangling or twisting, and they roll back up effortlessly. No more tangles, no more mess. Strapino straps are easy to handle. You just open and pull out the straps, and they're much safer for your cargo because there's a deceleration system inside the buckle that helps you avoid damage to the cargo from rewinding the straps too fast, and it can also save you from injury. Now, if you've ever had your fingers snapped by a tape measure, you'll especially appreciate the deceleration feature. If you've used traditional ratchet straps, you know they can come loose as you drive. With Strapino, you can say goodbye to the dangerous loosening of straps because they've created a latch S-hook and a snap hook, and that provides security for your cargo. As I mentioned, Strapino straps store much easier than traditional straps. They just retract and roll right up. No more tangled messes for you. With Strapino, you can get the strapping and unloading job done in a snap. It's a huge time saver and a whole lot safer for you and your cargo. Now, Strapino straps come in several different sizes. First, there's the 1-inch easy retract strap. You just pull the handle to a 90-degree angle and the strap can auto rewind. Each end has a latch S-hook to provide security and peace of mind. If you're looking for something a little beefier, how about the 2-inch heavy-duty retract? Open the handle to 180 degrees, then pull out the webbing to use it. To release it, you just do the same thing. You open it to 180 degrees, and the webbing can auto-retract as well. The 2-inch straps are award-winning. In fact, they've taken the 2022 German Design Award and the 2021 Muse Design Award, so big-time acclaim for the Strapino straps. There's also the bolt-on retract. That's for semis and flatbeds. You actually bolt the unit down to your vehicle. It has a dual lock system. When the handle is put in the lock position, the strap cannot be loosened. And the bolt-on retract has a cold-resistant and impact-resistant plastic material on the bottom that'll keep it from scratching your vehicle and your cargo. And this plastic is different from other hard plastics because it will not become brittle. All Strapino soft loops and ratchet straps are made of durable, wear-resistant 100% polyester fiber. That means it will not stretch very much and you'll be able to keep that load secure on your vehicle. If you're not happy with Strapino, you can return your straps within 30 days, but I guarantee you, you are going to like these. You can find Strapino ratchet straps at strapino.com. One of the things I love most about visiting New Hampshire Oil is to see how they innovate, how they're constantly evolving, and how they're always changing their products to keep their customers happy. And Joe, you're working here on the viscometer. What are you brewing?
We're actually checking the viscosity. It's part of our quality control program.
Excellent. And once you test that here and some other characteristics, how do you then test the durability or the longevity of your product?
So we're going to test for viscosity, we're going to test for sag and stability. Then we're going to put it into our B117 testing cabinet, which is recognized as worldwide standard for testing. That's going to actually apply a measured heated salt mist fog over the metal chips that we put in there, and we then can gauge the performance of our products against previous batches and competitors.
How important is it for you to keep moving, to keep innovating like this?
It's in my DNA. I mean, there's so much technology out there, and I'm always curious to see if we can utilize it to improve the product.
Of course, you have the lab here. You have a team of chemists that works for you as well. But you also have the biggest laboratory, maybe in the world, the entire New England region.
That's really the only test that counts. It's real-world testing. How does it perform on your vehicle? And so, yes, we monitor the vehicles that come through here on a regular basis.
Well, you can see the products, you can see how they develop them, you can see what they can do for you at NHOilundercoating.com. Special thanks to NHOU Protective Coatings for sponsoring Motorhead Garage, and they are the reason. We'll be back right after this.
Dragonfire Tools, quality affordable storage. Proud sponsor of our DragonfireTools.com studio.
Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is rolling along. And we are rolling along talking about muscle cars. Now, Catherine, last time you were here, we were talking about V-Crez and how we can take our muscle car and upgrade it, make it look great, make it perform better, and not spend a whole lot of money. Now, how many parts are there in the V-Crez catalog that can help me boost my vehicle and make it look better?
So right now we are running with 3,500 products, so our line is very extensive.
And very extensive. We're talking wraps. You have the protection film that'll just keep your paint job fresh and protect the paint, and also different colors in the wraps. So how many colors are we talking?
Talking about 350 colors.
And we've seen here on some of the Mopar cars you brought in here, the wide body kits, and those are kind of all the rage here. You guys can't keep these in stock. And these are super easy to put on. How do they attach?
With brackets and double-sided 3M tape.
That's it.
That's
so
it.
In the afternoon, you are good to go. You throw some new tires on that thing and you're grooving. All right, and also you brought some wheels, which add to the performance of the vehicle. And we see them here in 3 different colors and 3 different materials. So tell us what you brought.
We did bring 2 forged wheels, so 1 and 2 piece, 1 piece, and then the cast. So they're all differently made. We also do carry 3 piece.
On the Charger here, we put on a new exhaust system here in the studio, and it's going to make the vehicle sound a little different, a little more aggressive. And how much horsepower are we getting out of a new exhaust system from V-Crez?
It should give you around 15 to 20 horsepower more.
So for very little effort, not a whole lot of money, you get 15 or 20 extra horsepower out of it. Now, let's talk about the installation process. Of course, we have the luxury of the lift, but you can do this with the car up on stands or something like that. So what's the process like?
The process is very like plug and play. So you literally bolt off your other one and you put this one in together, and you bolt everything in place, and it shouldn't take you more than about an hour, 2 hours.
Very cool, and you look and sound even cooler than you did before. Let's talk about, someone comes into V-Crez and they have an idea for their dream car, how they want it to look, how they want it to sound, how they want it to perform. How do you take that vision and create the car of their dreams?
We could go ahead and do a 3D render and build it into 360, put everything that they would like to see on the car, from a full wrap to the wide body, wheels, whatever they like, and showcase that to them.
And they can make the changes with your designers and tweak everything as they want to go along?
Correct. They could work with the designers in-house and get their car built as however they would like.
And do you find people just doing one little thing at a time, or do they do the whole spectrum and overhaul the whole car?
There is some people that do it full blast in one shot, and there is some people that take it step by step.
So you take little bites if you want to, or if you need to.
Mm-hmm.
What is it like when someone comes in with an idea for a vehicle, and then the first time they see their dream car sitting there?
It's amazing. It's like they're mind blown. So So it's always a good feeling seeing the customer happy.
Well, you can be happy with your muscle car. You can have the car of your dreams, and you don't have to spend a fortune doing it. Check them out at vcrez.com. 6. Believe it or not, 6 drawers is all it takes to fit all of the tools you see here on the floor into a Dragonfire Tools workbench. Lou, how did you do it?
Well, with a combination of things, really. So you have shallow drawers on our workbenches that allow you to stand deep well sockets up in, so you can still open and close the drawer. And then we have drawer organization, right? You don't want to open a drawer and just have sockets and wrenches everywhere.
Like mine.
So we have some organizational tools here. One of them is from Toolbox Widget, and the other one is for sockets for Ernst Manufacturing.
And those enable you to not only organize everything, but to actually label them all and keep them in proper order all the time, so every tool has a place. And of course, the drawers can hold all these tools because they're so strong. What makes them so durable?
So the 16 gauge galvanized steel drawer bodies are really durable, right? A lot of toolboxes out there use 18 or 20 gauge for their drawer bodies. We also have top hat gussets underneath the drawer for strength and rigidity of the drawer to keep them from flexing with heavy weight in them. And then also we have the drawer rails, which are rated for 200 pounds for single rail drawers and 400 pounds for double rail drawers.
A lot of toolboxes, when I pull the drawers out, there's a bunch of useless space, and I've got to find tools back up in there. I've got a socket, maybe it goes and falls down behind. How did you solve that problem at Dragonfire Tools?
We designed the drawers so that when you pull the drawers out, they pull out 100%. So even your tools in the very back of the drawer are accessible from the side or from the front.
You can maximize your space with a workbench from Dragonfire Tools, and if you're lucky enough to have a whole bunch of tools and you need more space, well, guess what? You can make an entire system. You can find it all at dragonfiretools.com, and there is a special discount code there for Motorhead Garage viewers. Enter code MOTORHEAD for a discount and free shipping. Man, everyone who comes here to the studio loves our Dragonfire Tools toolbox. And you're going to love what's coming up next here on Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. More great products when we come back.
Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radios since 1977. F-150 LEDs, stand out, shine brighter. TEQ Customs, your source for everything off-road and overlanding. And by Dragonfire Tools, industrial workbenches with integrated tool storage. Time now for the lowdown with Magic Creeper.
Thanks for cruising along with us here at Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. We've told you about the Magic Creeper and how you can use it at home. It's going to be the most useful tool you have around the house and around the garage. But it is not just for amateurs like you and me, it's also for the pros. Mechanics like Tim Watkins use it every day.
I stretched it out, laid down on it, and rolled under a truck. I was sold. It's better than the traditional creeper. It's a lot smoother, slides in and out easier. Don't have to worry about getting hung up on something or getting the air hose hung on you. Magic Creeper's ideal for working on big trucks and RVs. It made a world of difference. Here at Bristol, sometimes we get a big truck like a C7500 in, and it makes it ideal to get under it when the lifts are tied up. Because the way that truck is configured, you can't put it on a lift, so you have to come in off the ground. And the Magic Creeper is ideal. It's not as hard on your back trying to scoot in under something. You've got something that's padded that you can slide in on and slide out. If you're thinking about buying one, go ahead and get it. You will truly enjoy it.
Tim loves his Magic Creeper, and you can get one too at magiccreeper.com. It's the only place you can get the original, except no substitutes. All right, look what I have here. This stuff's as good as gold. The price of gasoline, as you know, keeps going up and up and up, and fuel efficiency, Pasha, is more important than ever. How can Tribotex help me in the fuel efficiency department?
With one simple application, you can save a few percent over 40,000 miles and more. But in some other applications, like when your engine are mostly idle, you can save in tens of the percents. Even 20% we've seen at max at low loaded generations like a genset. You know, when you have a 10 kilowatt generator lighting up few LED lights, most of it is running just overcoming its own friction. You eliminate friction, you eliminate wasteful losses of fuel.
I see police departments, a lot of cars, they're idling a lot, emergency vehicles and that sort of thing.
Or just people sitting in traffic.
Makes a lot of sense on your daily commute. You can save a lot of gas that way. Heat also becomes the enemy of every engine. How does Tribotex dissipate heat?
Yeah, when you tow it, or again, transmission generate heat mostly from friction. Again, less friction, more longevity in transmission, and more energy to tow the cargo.
And you told me an interesting story about the military, why they love Tribotex, because it dissipates the heat. Why is it important to them?
For military, it's important because heat signature in vehicles, that's how enemy would target the car. If you reduce that heat signature, enemy can't see it, they can't shoot you.
Pretty amazing stuff. Tribotex is the real deal. You can check out all the technology at tribotex.com. You get some for yourself as well. Thanks for tuning in to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. You know, we do this every week, and it's more fun when you come along, so we hope you join us next time. In the meantime, if you have something cool you want to see on the show, email Jeff at masterstv.com. We'll get your product here in our studio. From our entire crew here at Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, we'll see you next week.